on YouTube. Finally live on YouTube. Can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? Sorry for the late start. It's been another one of those days. It's been very interesting. Excuse me. It like reminds me of that 80s song, One Thing Leads to Another. One thing leads to another. The deception. Yeah, anyway. You know which song I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm taking a different way in today. Maybe I'll give you folks a little bit of a different trail today. Those of you that haven't been following me for a while. If you've been following me for years, then you've seen all this before. But this is a different way into this trail I've been doing the past several days on my walking streams. And this is interesting. There's more water today. I believe it rained a little bit. But there's more water today. What a difference a day makes. 24 little hours, right? All right. Lewis said, I just shared you out. Queen, I'm here. I just gave you a like, says Lewis. Good afternoon, host. Can you folks let me know if you can hear me clearly and see me clearly? Do you folks just hear questions and don't answer them? Hey, George, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. If you want to email me the link to your other channel, I will go and see if it's actually banned. I don't see it in my back end. Watching your ads in full. Well, Lewis, not trying to be rude. I don't care about the ads right now. I care about if you can hear me and see me clearly. That's what I care about, Lewis. Angels Asylum, how you doing? Welcome to the show. How's it going? Can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? Can somebody answer that? Because I'm going to assume you can't hear me. Oh, man. Let's just walk a little bit more. We can see and hear. Well, thank you, Angel. My moderators that have probably heard me say that 10 times are busy saying, we're watching your ads in full, hello, and hello to each other, and they're not letting me know if my damn stream is working properly on mobile. I love you, mods. I do. I love everybody. Not a big deal. Roger says, good to see you live again, Coach. Hear you clearly, see you clearly. Out of curiosity, did you get any emails about returning the coach title? No. Well, I got a few messages from my moderators on Hangouts, but I really didn't get much of any response. And I'll tell you off the bat what that tells me. It tells me that nobody really cares about titles. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. Proving my point exactly that I've been proving. Whether I'm Coach or just Eli, it's irrelevant. It's what people think of you as a human being, right? I can still coach people and not have a title. And if people know, like, and trust me and know I can help them, they're going to come to me for help, right? That's part of branding and marketing, too. Part of branding and marketing is getting to know, like, and trust people. Excuse me. Pardon me. I didn't clear my throat before I came out here. I'm sorry. Anyway, folks, let's get right to it here. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. Live from Redwood Shores. We have a stray cat here, folks. We have a stray cat. Where's the kitty going? Now, you got to be real careful. You got to be real careful. You got to be real careful. We're going to let the kitty walk on by. We got a stray cat. Actually, that cat has a tag on it. It may be a cat that lives nearby that's just taking a hike on the trail. But I didn't want to walk past it too fast. Didn't want to scare it, you know. You never know if they're actually a stray cat or not. Stray cats are more prone to attack people because they're not trained properly, right? No, I'm not afraid of cats. It's not that. I was waiting because I wasn't sure if it was a stray cat or not. There are some stray cats out here on these trails, right? And stray cats are prone to attack because they're not domesticated. So you got to be cautious. It's kind of like going on a hiking trail, you see a rattlesnake. Am I afraid of rattlesnakes? Hell yeah. Anything that can inject venom and kill me, of course. But when you see animals on hiking trails and stuff like that, snakes, lizards, anything, you got to give them space and respect. This is their land. This is their habitat, right? We built these trails, paved roads, paved trails, and even dirt trails that have been carved flat, right? For us to walk on, right? So we don't have to go trailblazing. But initially, all of this land was theirs, right? So in essence, everywhere we go, even here, we're walking through what was once known as only wilderness before it was developed, right? So you got to take all those things into consideration. But anyway, we have lots of rattlers in Utah. No, we have them here too. That's the only venomous snake we have in California. I've never seen any in the Bay Area, here where I live, the San Francisco Bay Area. But I've seen a couple in the Sacramento area, in the foothills, in the Auburn area, where it gets super hot. The hotter it gets, the greater chance you have of seeing rattlers. And you'll see them more so in the summer than the winter. It's not impossible to see them during this time of the year when it's a little bit warm. Like today, it's about 60 degrees, but I'm layered up because layered up because the wind chill. It's a little bit chilly, even though the sun's out. But 60-degree weather, they're not going to come out. They're not going to start coming out until it hits about 70, 75, or 80 degrees. Like 80 degrees is perfect rattler weather, right? But as it even gets hotter, they're more prone to come out because they're cold-blooded. I've seen a rattler on a dirt trail that was a little overgrown. Unfortunately, I saw the rattler hundreds of feet away. And then I saw a rattler on a paved path like this in the Sacramento area alongside the American River. It was a baby rattlesnake. You have to be more careful of those because baby rattlesnakes, they haven't learned how to control their venom yet. So they can inject more venom and do more damage to you and have a greater chance of killing you than a grown snake that has learned to control their venom and will only release enough as they feel necessary. Baby rattlers are, you got to watch those. Oh, there's a ducky right there. All right. I understand that. And I'm not going to sit here and take shit from my audience about me giving what I thought was a stray cat space. You see, you people out on YouTube like to talk a bunch of shit all the time, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. You want to have a little fun at my expense? I don't care. It's all good. If I can entertain you while throwing down truth bombs, that's all that matters, right? It's not a big deal. Let's move forward. Snakes are cold-blooded reptiles. That's right, Queen. I was just saying that. Absolutely. You're right. What is this stream about? We're going to get to that. I was warming up the crowd, Angel. Angel, are you impatient? Do you lack patience? No disrespect. Most women I know have zero patience, and then they expect us guys to have all the patience in the world, right? I'm messing with you, Angel. Angel, what I get, I give back, right? You only get what you give, right, Angel? It's all good. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. So here's the other side. Just beautiful. And I don't know. I'm thinking about whether I should go alongside the freeway today and do a different walk. I'm just wondering. Women are just sensitive creatures, Coach Eli. No kidding, bro. Come on. You telling me? Is there any chance you can do nutrition diet videos? Yes, and I have done some before. What I will end up doing is doing some live streams in the studio regarding that. I'm not going to do any pre-recorded videos for a while because I don't have a large enough active audience to offset the amount of time that it would take to create those videos and edit them. If I had to do all of that right now, it literally would take me, it'd be an all-day thing. It'd be like a 6 to 8 hour affair to shoot that video, edit it, render it, upload it, etc., right? Whereas live stream, you just set it up and you go live, right? What I can do in the meantime, until my audience builds up enough to the point of where it's sustainable for me to do pre-recorded videos like that, we can do it live. And I can share with you folks where to get your information and share my thoughts. And I have other videos I did on my former channel that I've re-uploaded to another channel. They're not publicly available. And I can share what my ex-girlfriend and I used to do to stay fit and healthy. So yeah, maybe we'll get to that next week. This week we still have some unfinished business to take care of. And that's what I'm going to be talking about here today. Today I'm going to be talking about, Lycantheory channel, Jamie, let's talk. And in addition, we're going to be talking about self-awareness. One more time, we're going to be talking about Lycantheory channel, let's talk. And then self-awareness. Now, if you're here for the first time, you're not going to know who Jamie Lycantheory is. He is a 35-year-old, let's just call him a YouTuber, okay? Let's be nice. And he's been creating out here on this platform for the last 6 years. And he kind of has a different way of doing things, in my opinion, of course. And many of the things he does to entertain his audience violates people in some way, shape, or form, whether it breaks the law or not. Let's just put it to you that way. And there's been this, I'm just wondering, should I go alongside the freeway or should I go, I'm gonna go back on this trail here. Well, now I can't do it because there are people coming. Unless, I shouldn't really do this, but I can come and hop over here and avoid those people. Let's just do that. Let's just go trailblazing and hop the fence because I don't have a mask on. I don't wear masks on these trails. Plus, most people are getting vaccinated and most other people wear masks, so I'm not really worried about it. I've been healthy. I've been doing quite well, so. All right. I'm going to have to hop back over because I won't be able to access the trail. I just wanted to avoid those people. Okay, and look at this. I think that's the water pipe that feeds in from the SFB. You see that? When there's enough excess water, it drains out here into the wetlands. Let me see. My first time too, I pissed him off. Sorry, coach, not a good way to start. Let's start over. You didn't upset me, man. You want to know something? I don't really like your channel name. It's a derogatory channel name, and it makes me think that you're a troll. Anyone that creates a channel name Who Effing Cares and misspells it to bypass the YouTube filter is a troll. Let me ask you, Queen, do you think that's a troll account? Listen, Who Effing Cares? I'm going to personally... Oh, good, you got banned anyway. Yep. Your channel name is horrible, and you're more than likely trolling, and if you're not, that's a horrible, horrible channel name, dude. But yeah, you're trolling. You didn't think we were going to catch that? Over here on the Agrippa on Live channel with Eli and my mods, we're like the troll specialists, right? We've got the #1 mod crew on YouTube, and that includes myself. That's why people try to come at us so hard, because they know we're so good that if they can pull one on us, it's something worthy of them, right? It'll make them feel like they accomplished something, right? Where are those strange people coming that are in the chat? They're coming from everywhere, Queen. It's because of the title. It's because, you know, I'm putting it out there and saying, Lycantheory, Jamie, let's talk. And I mean, let's actually talk. Let's do what you've wanted to do. Now, let me make this clear. Jamie, I don't want anything from you. And I'm assuming you want nothing from me. That's what I figure. Who knows, right? Maybe you do want something from me. I don't know. But I don't want anything from you. The reason why I'm reaching out to you is because you yourself have run many shows and gone on other people's panels, and you've said, why don't people want to talk with me, right? Why don't people want to talk with me, right? People want to go behind my back and talk about me, right? Well, I have my reasons for that. I've shared them before, and it's not necessary to share those here right now. But I was thinking about it, Jamie. I was thinking about it, and look, whether I like someone or dislike someone, or indifferent about someone, right is right, and wrong is wrong, right? So I could hate someone. Hate's a harsh word. I can dislike someone to the greatest extreme, right? And if they're right about something, right is right and wrong is wrong. I will say, Jamie, you're right. Why don't people come and talk with you, right? So why don't we do that? You're right. Why don't we talk? And because we're on YouTube, Jamie, I understand that. I get it. Now, you may not be open to this, Jamie. I mean, you have to be open to it. That's up to you. Either way, I'm cool. I'm just throwing it out there because I'm trying to be a little bit more reasonable with you than maybe I have been. I'm trying to be a little more reasonable. I'm trying to be a little more understanding to your wants and needs, Jamie. So if you want, Jamie, we could do it one of a few ways. We could talk privately, and you can record me, and then put it publicly, right? If you want to talk, because I know you're going to record me, and I'm giving you permission to do so. If we go that route, I'm just giving you options. That's all. Or number two, you can have me come on your Lycantheory channel, your hashtag Lycan Legion, or whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Your choice. The audience will be the same. It's the echo chamber anyway. And I'd be willing to come on. Not tonight. I know you're doing a show. I'm busy tonight. I might do a late night stream tonight, but I'm going to be busy tonight. I've got some plans with real people that are not just pretending to have something on the internet. Let's just put it to you that way. That's just my thoughts. Those are just my thoughts, I mean. So, if you want to create a special show tomorrow and have a talk with me, interview, talk, whatever, doesn't matter. You could put CVCK if you want in the title to bypass the YouTube filters, right? Doesn't matter. You can call me whatever you want. I just want to talk with you. And if you want to talk with me one-on-one live on the air in front of your audience, I'm down for that. And you can ask me any questions. And after you and I are done talking, maybe for a half hour or so, you could bring on anyone you'd like, including your internet girlfriend. And I'll answer any of her questions live on the air. You can ask me anything. Nothing's off the table. And I'll answer you truthfully and honestly. And then you could bring on people like J-Rom. J-Rom, if you want to talk with me, no problem. Raleigh, if you want to talk with me, no problem. I'll ask you why you doxed me. Unknown former address or current address. We don't know if that's my actual address. I'm not going to confirm or deny that. You can figure it out on your own. I'd like to ask you, Raleigh, you've been doxing a lot of people lately, haven't you? There are some pretty shady things happening behind the scenes. And I've been trying to figure out what's going on and who's doing it. But all I can see is, what's happening directly, like when I'm in a chat. Like Raleigh directly doxed me in DeRosa's, not DeRosa's, in American Dream's stream, or on American Dream's stream yesterday. But I'm not worried about it. It's all good. Whether I live there or not, let's say I live there, hypothetically. You want to come over? You want to stream with me? I have fiber. You have fiber too now, huh, Raleigh? That's great. We both have 1,000 up, 1,000 down. You and I own the internet, bro, with all that bandwidth we have, right? Alex the Beer Master, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the show, bro. You like the walkie streams, don't you? Is that wetlands that get hunted, or is protected? These are protected wetlands. No, these are not hunting grounds. No. Basically, if you cross the other side, you're basically trespassing. You can get arrested for that, or fined, or both. No, these are a protected natural resource. But it's beautiful. And they have wetlands all over the San Francisco Bay Area, obviously, because the Bay Area is big. And the San Francisco Bay Trail, it's still being worked on. It's been worked on for like decades. But once it's done within the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to be able to walk around the entire SF Bay. It's going to be a 500-mile trail. And at that point, I will do it. And I will do live streams from it and pre-recorded videos. I will take like 2 months off to do it, or maybe 3 months off. It'll be beautiful. How many of you folks would like to see that? That would be awesome. But if I'm going to do that, I'll find myself a good woman that can take that amount of time off with me, like during the summer, and get that done. That'd be awesome. Please don't forget to smash the like, says Lewis. Hello, says OI. Hello. So yeah, so you could bring on J-Rom. You could bring on whoever that Chrissy's Corner is. I thought that was Christina C. from the Suzy Q side of things. But I heard that's a different Chrissy's Corner. Chrissy's Corner. You talk a lot of smack about me in all the comment sections. I would love for you to come on the panel and have a nice, sweet conversation with me. So you could bring her on. You could bring on Raleigh. Raleigh, you want to come on? No problem. You want to bring on Poon Handler? I saw that guy was doing another stream last night. This is it or something. This is the end or something. Like, you're not gonna stream anymore, bro? Like, okay. I mean, it is what it is. You could bring on. You can even bring on DeRosa if you'd like. No problem. He's gonna be a bit strange because he's a strange guy. But you can bring him on. And any of them can ask me any questions at any time. And here's the thing. I will guarantee that I will stay on your stream, no matter what happens, for at least an hour and a half. Let me move over here for a second. People are coming. Look at that. Every day, even though it's the same trail, every day's a different day out here based on the, on the weather. Whether it rains or not, whether it's warm or cold. It's like a whole new feel. That's what I love about it. Alex says, what is up, Queen Helen? All right. I will stay on, guaranteed, for an hour and a half, or even longer, depending on how tired I am. Because you're probably going to do, if you decide to do this, Jamie, you're going to probably end up doing this. I'd probably say around 9 or 10 Eastern, which is 6 or 7 Pacific. And I'm probably going to do 1 or 2 streams myself tomorrow, at least one. One will be at least a walking stream again. So it's not that I don't want to be on any longer than that, but we'll see how tired I am after an hour and a half. I will guarantee an hour and a half, no matter what. And I will stay longer if I'm not tired after that, or if you choose to want to remove me sooner than that. So that's what I'm willing to do. Now, you don't have to do it. I'm just throwing it out there because I was thinking about this, Jamie. I was thinking about what you were saying. And like I said, despite my feelings about you in the past or present, you made a good point. Why are people afraid to talk with you? I have my reasons why I haven't talked with you in the past. And it's not because I've ever been afraid to talk with you or anyone else. It was for other reasons. But then I thought again, and I'm like, you know what? It's really not that big of a deal. He's right. He's right. So he is saying that people don't want to talk with him. Now, I'm opening that door. I'll talk with you. You want to do it privately and record me? No problem. You want to do it publicly and bring people on, and first you and I go one-on-one? We could do it that way. Or you could say, no, thank you. I'm good either way. I'm just throwing it out there because I wanted to acknowledge a time where I actually feel you're right, in my opinion. You're right. Like I said, Jamie and everyone else, doesn't matter whether you like someone or dislike someone. If someone is right about something, whether you like him or not, right is right and wrong is wrong. And again, in this case, you're right. So here's the thing. If you want to make that happen, let me know at the beginning of your show tonight. I'll tune in briefly to just catch that part. I won't be on for much longer than the first 15 minutes or less. And I may not even be watching it live. When I watch it, it may be watching by scrubbing back. I have other things to do tonight. So you let me know, and you give me a time, Eastern time, and I'll figure it out. 3 hours behind, I'll figure it out. Tell me the channel, and I'll be there. I will come on from my iPhone 12 Pro Max, audio only, because by that point, it'll be the end of the day, and I'll be too exhausted to doll myself up to be on camera. And yes, I like to look good on camera, even if it's on mobile or any time of the day or night. A lot of people ask me, when you go on other people's panels, for the most part, why don't you go on camera? Well, I show my picture as my avatar, so you still see my picture, and it's me, but you don't see my lips moving and my reactions, right? It's because by that point in the day, I'm typically tired, or it's a stream where it doesn't matter whether you're on camera or not. Now, when I start doing some more professional streams, professional interviews with different types of people, I'm not trying to discredit you, Jamie, then I'll always be on camera on those. I pick and choose what streams are worthy of me preparing for and being on camera, whether it's on mobile or in the studio. It takes a lot of work for me to be on camera and to present myself the way I want to present it. So that's why I don't always come on camera. I'm not afraid to show my expressions. It's just, at the end of the day, if I'm on a panel, I just want to chill. I want to kick back on my couch. If I need to walk up and, grab a drink or something, I can mute and not have everybody watch what I'm doing, right? It's like a radio show, right? 34 in the box. 10 thumbs up. Get those thumbs up, please. Yeah, Roger, I read your message. I won't read it out loud. My intentions to go on there, Roger, are to basically say, hey, okay, Jamie, you're right. Why don't people want to talk with you? So let me make an exception and let me think a little bit more about it and say, hey, you're right. People are going to talk about you, talk smack about you, or respond to you for whatever reason, even if you've incited them or you've been incited to talk about them, which is what I'm trying to say. Why not talk about them one-on-one? So let's do it, right? That's why I want to do it. That's why I want to do it, because he's right. He's absolutely right. Now, he's the kind of guy that is, how do I say this the right way? He's the kind of guy that's very much on edge, kind of like me, but it's different between him and I. Like, he always thinks there's something up with something. He's going to think that I'm trying to get something out of him. What am I trying to get from you, dude? Me coming on your show is going to feed you an endless amount of donations. And I'm cool with you getting those donations. Wow, that plane's coming down low, but it's going to the airport. Wow, that's a big private jet. Wow, it's beautiful. Can you see that? Wow, that's beautiful. Wow. What is this person right about? I'm not understanding. It's Jamie Lycantheory. I think you know who we're talking about. You've been here for a while. A lot of people talk about him, including myself, because he talks about us. But we're not willing to go on a panel with him on his show or other shows. And I'm finally coming out and saying that, you know what? He makes sense. Let's talk about it. Let's stop hiding. Let's stop hiding behind the zeros and ones like Rogue Internet Man does and says, right? Let's stop hiding behind the digital zeros and ones on our computers and our phones. And let's discuss things. Wow, look at that. Can you see that? Oh, the planes are coming. It's Friday. That's beautiful. That is the San Carlos Airport, one city north of Redwood City where I live. That's a small private airport for private planes. Our major airport is a little bit north in San Francisco. It's actually in San Bruno, but it's called San Francisco Airport. It's in the same city as YouTube headquarters, which is 22 minutes north of where I live here in Redwood City in the San Francisco Bay Area. And Google is 15 miles or 15 minutes south, the way I'm pointing right now, that way. Does that make sense? Autistic license? Entering that echo chamber is basically the online version of entering the Mad Max Thunderdome, beyond Thunderdome, right? An autistic license says, and I just got here today with you saying he's right. You could have been talking about anybody, dude. No problem, man. Well, you popped in the middle of a stream in mid-sentence, that's going to happen. And because I have the DVR function disabled, you can't rewind back. But you can always watch the replay. Folks, if you pop on a stream, I'm in the middle of something, you can always go back and check out the replay. I have no problem repeating myself, but to the people that are already here, you know, it's like a broken record, you know what I mean? And the only reason why I have the DVR turned off where you can't rewind back is because if something goes wrong in one of my streams, the trolls can't rewind backwards and capture something. Plus, it forces people to be here live, and I want people to engage live. If they miss any parts, they can go back and check out the replay. So yeah. Hey, Jenny from the blog, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Queen says, hello, Jenny. Still have 31 in the box, 10 thumbs up. Get those thumbs up, please. So, Roger, you're right, like you're saying. So look up ahead. We've got these women here that are walking on both sides of the trail. So I cannot even, I have to wait for them to pass on by because they all don't want to walk on one side so I can pass by. And they're probably nice people, they just probably don't know etiquette. We have a lot of, how to say this the right way? A lot of transplants from other parts of the world here because we are the high-tech capital of the world here in the San Francisco Bay Area. We are Silicon Valley. So you get, you know, a lot of people that, you get a lot of people that, those women were just telling me to shush. I don't know if they're bird watching or if they're recording something themselves. I have no idea. Or if they're just being rude, but hey, it's not a big deal. This land is your land, this land is my land as well. And ladies, it's pretty freaking rude. You see them? It's pretty freaking rude to be hogging up the entire trail one side. Have some etiquette, ladies. Learn some frickin' manners. That's okay. I didn't say anything. It's not worth it. It's not even worth it. It's not a big deal. See, folks, when you've been through what I've been through, and I've been a nice guy, don't get me wrong, I'm still a good guy. Technically a nice guy, but I say good guy because, the nice guy stigma, right? But I've been an overly nice guy in the past, and what does that get you? Nothing, right? You get no respect, especially from women, right? You got to be a man. You got to stand up for yourself. And you have to also understand as a man that women make mistakes. And if you suck up to a woman and overlook her mistakes instead of calling her out, she's going to lose respect for you. Women love it when men tactfully and playfully call them out on their mistakes, right? Because it shows them that they're not fazed. It shows the women that the men are not fazed by their beauty or anything else. And also shows these women that, hey, we can live with or without you. We'd rather live with you because you bring an aspect into our life that's beautiful. And we work well together. But whether it works out or not, at least on my side as a man, I'm good either way. I'm going to keep moving forward and doing what I do. And if somebody's worthy of coming into my life, they're going to have to earn a chance with me. That's the way it goes. That's the way we should all think, right? And ladies, you can think that way as well, too. We should all learn to have self-respect and love ourselves. And that's another part of the topic I'll be discussing on the way back. Self-awareness. How many of you consider yourselves to be self-aware in the chat? And how self-aware do you feel you are? Are you able to identify things in situations to the point of where, for the most part, you make the best possible decision before you move forward through any situation you encounter? Let's see. I will make you mod too, Lewis, says Jenny. Roger says, Coach is American. You can call me Coach or Eli, whatever. Just Eli's fine, but whatever. It's all good. Thank you. Is Dream okay? That other stream said he posted some disturbing community posts asking for prayers and that something bad has happened. Have you heard from him? Is he okay? Well, he put out a video clip of the stream I was on his channel yesterday, and he was here in the chat about 30 minutes before I went live. So if that posting has happened in the last 30 minutes, then I don't know. If that posting happened more than 30 minutes ago or an hour ago, he's good. I don't know. He's not here right now. Maybe he's busy. Maybe he's sleeping. He works odd hours. He works in the evenings and overnight. And then he'll come home and do a stream or two, and then you get tired after like 16 hours of being awake. So he's probably sleeping right now. All right, I'm going to move up to the side until these people pass. In the meantime, let me show you more from this angle right here. Now, if I point over here, down that way, that's like a salt refinery or something like that. Like that's where they pull like salt water or salt from the sea. The salt piles are over there. I forgot what they call them. There's a special term for them. I'm not thinking about it right now. I can't think what it actually is, but there's a special term for it. Lewis says, I was going to go live this morning, but I decided not to. My allergies are acting up today. Yeah, my allergies have been actually good lately. They come and go. So I've been laying off my allergy medication for a bit. I use Allegra and I use Flonase. And I've been laying off of it because they haven't been acting up. Typically when I'm on the trail, they'll act up. But this is more like a walking path. It is a trail, but this is not like being actually in the deep woods. This is well maintained. So you don't have a lot of, things that have overgrown. And it looks like they recently came through and did some maintenance here. It's a very, very well maintained trail because lots of people use it. Lots of people live over there, and there are a lot of tax dollars out here to the point of where they can afford to pay people to maintain it. It's beautiful. Probably not going to go on the observation deck because there is somebody up there on a bike, unless they come down anytime soon. Let me see if I can show you some views from this angle here. So this is the ground view of the wetlands. This all leads into the SF Bay. And here's an interesting story I haven't shared before. Where I'm walking right now, and let me actually go up because the person that was on the observation deck just came down with his mountain bike, dirt bike, pretty much same thing. You're not going to ride a street bike on a trail like this. You're going to slide and get hurt. Let me just show you real quick what a difference a day makes. What a difference a day makes. You see the ducks over there? Queen? I don't know if you can see them. You can't zoom in with the YouTube app. It's just whatever the camera shows. Yeah. Why are wetlands so important? If you folks want to look up what wetlands are, just Google search it. Google search like Redwood City wetlands or San Francisco Bay Area wetlands. You'll find out more. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. Jenny from the block. Okay, off to the gym. See you all on the flip side. Thanks for stopping by, Jenny. Have a good one. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We still have 28 in the box. 10 thumbs up. Get those thumbs up, folks. Get those thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. I'm just staying quiet for a second so you folks can just... I hope you can actually hear the natural sounds. When I have my shotgun mic, it picks up the natural sounds better. But I cannot, do these streams with that shotgun mic because it'll have electrical interference. Plus, when I'm pointing the camera away from me, it's not going to hear my voice as loud. It'll pick up the natural sounds more. So, if you want to do a show right like this, then you have to have like a production crew. So I'm going to go ahead and head down so I don't disturb the woman that just rode up here on her bike. Give people a few moments of quiet and silence. And on my way back, we're going to be talking about self-awareness. So let's start that right now. And look at that. How beautiful is the sun? You tell me, Queen, anyone else. Doesn't this phone, the iPhone 12 Pro Max, do a great job with the auto exposure? Even though the bright sun is shining right on the iPhone, and it does a great job to where there's really not a whole bunch of glare, right? You tell me. How does it look? It's much better than my other phone. Well, I had the iPhone 6 Plus for many years. So, in 6 years, technology has greatly increased. I am blown away at what this phone can do compared to my other phone. My other phone did fine. Well, I'm just blown away how much power this phone has. This phone has more power than my laptop. That's my next investment, a newer laptop. We have a plane flying in. Lots of planes fly in on Fridays because I think they are coming back from Southern California. A lot of people, will take a private plane down to Southern California for business and then come back to the Bay Area where they live. Some people will do it daily. Let me see here. Queen says it looks great. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much, Queen. So let's talk about self-awareness. How many of you in the chat are in tune with your self-awareness? Now, I've known many of my moderators for a while. And one of the main things I look for when collaborating with someone and making them a moderator on my channel is how self-aware are they? How much do they understand this YouTube game? I don't want to call it a game, but it kind of is. Kind of is. It's a shared platform. Whether you play games or not, other people play games, so let's call it a game. It is a bit of a game, even though it shouldn't be. But I look to work with people that are self-aware, that, understand situations that are currently at hand, which is what I'm trying to say, and have a general idea of the situation they're being put into, and they're going to know how to handle it as best as possible. Does it mean it's going to be handled perfectly each and every time? No. But when you're self-aware, you give yourself the best possible chance of doing the right thing or things the first time around, right? And even if you make a mistake and you're self-aware, you're more than likely going to learn from that mistake, and then you're going to quickly fix it immediately, right? When I was younger, I think I was always self-aware. I think what my problem was when I was younger is that I was afraid to call people out because I didn't want to deal with the backlash. A lot of people on the other side will say, well, you're the same way today. No, I'm not afraid to deal with backlash. There are just certain things that aren't worth my time. I'll focus on things that I feel are worth my time, that are going to get me ahead, and avoid things that get me nowhere or get me spinning my wheels. But yeah, when I was younger, I was self-aware. And I was very intuitive, but I feared calling people out because I didn't want to deal with the backlash. I didn't want to hurt my friends' feelings. I just didn't want to deal with scrutiny, even though, for the most part, I was right. It wasn't about me wanting to be right about everything. I was just very intuitive. I just didn't want to stir the pot, per se, even though the right thing would have been to say exactly how I felt. When I got into my late 20s, so my mid to late 20s and early 30s, I changed that. I started calling everybody out, including my friends. If I felt something was wrong, or if I felt I could help them with something, or be a better friend to them, I would just tell them. Knowing in advance that they were probably going to get emotionally butthurt and come at me, but it didn't matter to me because it's the best way to be real. If you're not real with, especially your friends and your family, who can you be real with? Are you even being real to yourself, which is what I'm trying to say, right? Many people fear standing up for themselves and calling other people out for whatever reason. If you're one of those people that fears repercussion, then that's going to be one of the biggest setbacks in your life. The moment you get rid of that fear of repercussion is when you're going to start moving ahead. You have to take chances. You have to grab the bull by the horns, right? That's why one of my favorite sayings is, you mess with the bull, you get the horns, right? The reason why I can say that is because I've grabbed the bull by the horns. I am the bull. Grabbing the bull by the horns, in my eyes, makes me the bull, right? And what happens when you mess with the bull? You get the horns, right? Now, I'm going to give you the horns with lots of love, but I'm still going to give it to you good, right? And the figure of speech describes it perfectly, right? I feel really good today. It's been such a long recovery for my pinched nerve. And today I'm really, really feeling a lot more loose. I feel my muscles getting more and more loose. I'm still a little bit pinched, but not as bad. Like, it is almost completely off the nerve, the herniation. That's what my doctor said. It's probably going to take about a year, or maybe even a little longer than a year, to fully heal. And you got to be careful so you don't re-aggravate it. I don't want to deal with this crap again. I don't. If you've ever herniated a disc and then it pinches the nerve nearby, and you have that sciatica running down, from your right hip or left hip, depending on which side it is. For me, it was the right side. It went down the right hip, through the thighs, down the legs, the calves, and all the way down to my feet. Or my foot, on the right side. It was like 10 months ago when it happened. When it first happened, I could barely even walk. It sucks. Oh, I remember now what I was going to tell you folks. I forgot. I was going to say something, and then I went up on the observation desk. I was reminded by the freeway. You see the wetlands where I'm at right now? I don't think I mentioned this, so I'll mention it now. All of these wetlands here used to be a part of the San Francisco Bay. And the water used to go up to the side of the freeway. See, US Highway 101, which runs from like Washington at the top of the West Coast. It runs through Oregon and it goes through California, and it actually ends in Los Angeles. And then it turns into, I believe, Interstate 405. Interstate 405, they call the freeway system down in LA, they call it the 405, the 101, the 5, the 10, the 210. And we have Highway 1 here that runs along the coast. It's California Highway 1. And it runs, from the top of California all the way down to Southern California, right? We call it Highway 1 here In Southern California, they call it PCH, Pacific Coast Highway. PCH for short, which it is the Pacific Coast Highway. But it's weird how LA labels their freeway system with the same exact freeways that run north-south from Northern California to Southern California and vice versa. Oh, this plane is turning around. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love coming out here on Fridays. You see all the planes. I love it. You see more planes on Fridays than any other day. It's because it's the end of the business week. Beautiful. It looks great. Are you talking about Sex Eli? No, I'm not, George. George, where did that come from? So these wetlands here, this trail, if we go back like 30 or 40 years ago, right around the time when I was born, is when it started to dry up. So what ended up happening is the wetlands used to be a part of the San Francisco Bay. And they still are. It's just a lot of it's dried up. And then there are parts that still have some water, right? But the water used to go all the way right alongside 101. We call it the Bayshore Freeway. It's still called the Bayshore Freeway to this day. Even though, along the peninsula where I live, which is also known as the West Bay, but we don't call it West Bay, we call it the peninsula. That's how it is. Anything on the west is peninsula. Then there's North Bay, South Bay, East Bay, right? So like I said, the water used to go right alongside the freeway. You see where I'm showing you over there, all that grass there, it used to be all water. Now, as you drive further north on 101, I'm about 30 miles south, 30 minutes south of San Francisco, right? When you start to get into San Francisco, on Highway 101, US 101, on the right side, the water is still right alongside the freeway. It's still called the Bayshore Freeway there in that area as well. So that's just an interesting side story there. But a lot of the bay on the east side of 101, which is this side, right? Where there used to be water, right? It's all now landfill. And there are a lot of homes that have been built on where water used to be. Now, it's beautiful living in that area. The only problem is this: during an earthquake, it is better to live in an area that has a solid foundation. Anything to the west of 101 is solid foundation. Anything to the east of 101 is landfill, because it used to be water. So think about it. What's going to give you a stronger foundation? Landfill or solid, ground, right? So during an earthquake, the homes on landfill are more prone to have damage. We haven't had a major earthquake here in quite some time. Since 1989. Knock on wood, we're due for one. Still have 22 in the box, 11 thumbs up. I'm still a little confused what you're talking about. George, listen, bro, I'm not trying to be rude. I can't explain everything, bro. I cannot explain things over and over again. It seems like a lot of things that I'm talking about here confuse you, and it leads me to believe one of two things, George. You're either trolling or you really are seriously confused. And if I had to guess, it's the first one instead of the latter. So I'm not trying to be rude, George. It's just, you've been commenting saying that you don't really understand what I've been talking about for the last maybe 30 minutes. I'm on a walk. I'm talking about many things. The topic was primarily talking about, the Lycantheory channel, Let's Talk. I offered him to go on a panel with him and other stuff. And then we've been talking about self-awareness, and are you self-aware? Did you not hear me say that, George? Or are you coming in and out of the stream? Or, no disrespect, do you have selective hearing, sir? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to learn more about you, how I can better communicate with you, sir. Queen, let me ask you an honest question. Are you beginning to get a troll radar on George M? Okay, George, if you're doing other things and you're not focused, then I don't mean to be rude, George. This is part of what I do to call people out. You can't come on somebody's show that's talking about things, then you tune out and you come back and try to ask what was talked about already. That's going to mess up the show, bro. That's pretty common sense, right? And so, if you missed something, George, because I have the DVR turned off, you can wait for the replay and you can rewind the replay as many times as you need to hear it, bro. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, it becomes distracting when people keep saying, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Every 5 or 10 minutes. And it's because you're not paying attention, George. That's the truth. No disrespect, bro. I'm keeping it real. Keeping it real with you. It's all good. I think George is a troll. Queen, go ahead and smash George. Let's get rid of George. He is a troll. And I think he actually got rid of his other account. I think he deleted it because it's not on my back end. Thank you, Queen. You see, Queen, you're like an assistant channel manager out here. Oh, the geese. Oh, how am I gonna get through here? The geese are back. It's the same. I think it's the mother and the or the husband and the wife. Queen, look. I think it's the same geese from yesterday. This is like their home. Do you see them, Queen, and everyone else? We better hurry and take a look, Queen, before Ronaldo calls the geese, like I've been saying, and says, yeah, that weirdo is on the trail again. You better start running for your life, right? They're just chilling. Can you see that, Queen? And everyone else? Yes, I see them. Are they beautiful or what? I saw them on the other side of the trail. I'm like, I gotta get over here. Hey, buddy. Oh, that was loud. Sorry, folks. And he's looking at me. Right here. Hey. That's the male on the right. That's the female on the left. He's like, dude, I was eating. You interrupted me. You put me on high alert to protect my wife. Right? Hey. Buddy. Right here. Woo! You see him? When I call him, you see his head's up. His wife is like, I'm hungry, babe. Just keep protecting me from these evil people, right? She's just eating, chilling. The guy's like, I got this, babe. I'm the man, right? Well, a lot of new accounts, Lewis, you can type in their names and you can't find their channels because they're too new. and they're not relevant enough to be searchable. So doesn't mean that someone like that's necessarily a troll. But in this case, look, people that step away are not going to keep stepping away and then coming back and saying, what are you talking about? I missed that, right? That's trolling, definitely. We are the trolling experts here on the A Grip on Life channel. We're definitely the trolling experts. Well, the geese are hanging out. They're having a meal before they probably go away for the weekend. I wonder where that husband and wife couple, the goose couple, I wonder where they're going to go this weekend. I wonder if he's going to take his lady like on a swim to the other side of the bay. The geese, I believe, can fly too, right, Queen? They can actually fly, right? They can float and they can fly, right, Queen? If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone that comes in with that name that I just blocked, Queen, can you ban them immediately? Yes, they can fly. Yep. Do you see that person that just blocked, Queen, with the first part of the name? If you get someone like that, with that name, just ban them immediately. Ronaldo is still on YouTube. Ronaldo and Trim and the doctor are all the same person. No doubt about it. If they weren't, the restraining order I have and someone else has on the doctor would have been challenged by his attorneys. And that dude that was here, dude, you know who you are. You're listening, dude. You've been trolling me for years, bro. And you say you're a happily married guy. Why would you even waste a second of your precious time on me instead of with your wife and your family? Or other more important things, dude. Maybe you're entertained by me, bro. Maybe you're secretly in love with me on the side or something. I don't know, dude. I don't get some of these people. It's funny. I think what these people are trying to do, Queen and everyone else, is they're trying so hard to trigger me and kick me down. And it's failing miserably, right? I mean, I used to get triggered a lot out here because I didn't understand the YouTube streets, but then I figured it out. And I'm not saying that I'm not capable of getting triggered again. I'm not. It's just going to take a whole lot more to trigger me. Look at that sun from this angle. It's beautiful. So let me ask you, mods, and everyone else in the chat right now. Do you consider yourself as self-aware as you could possibly be? Do you feel you are self-aware? And if so, why do you feel that? What do you feel makes you a person that's very well self-aware? Please, I'd like to hear your responses. We could all learn together by discussing these topics. We can all learn from each other and grow further together. We still have 22 people here, 12 in the box. Now, as a matter of fact, if you're here right now or you're watching the replay, I do have some things to do later tonight, but I might possibly do a late night show. And if I do a late night show, it's probably not going to start until 2 or 3 a.m. Eastern, which is 11 p.m. or 12 midnight Pacific. It all depends on how I feel. I've got some things to do in my personal life after this. And then if I have any energy left and not too tired where I feel like sleeping, then I'll probably do a late night stream from the studio. Yeah, he came back in their sock. That's just so pathetic. I am always self-aware from a lot of things, plus cause flag is always up. Right. I don't think you're trying to say you're guarded, Queen. I think you've got a good radar on life. I think you've got a good radar on life, which it also gives you a good troll radar like I have, and you have as well. Like, Queen, I think you and I are two of the best people at spotting trolls. Now, before I met you, Queen, I was known as the most trigger-happy moderator on anyone else's channel or my channel, right? But Queen, when I met you, you destroy me, Queen, with the trigger happiness of the band hammer. Queen, I've never met anyone in my 4 years of being out here on YouTube as a real creator. I've never met anyone that's as trigger happy with the band hammer as you, which is not a bad thing, because I'd rather have you make a mistake, which we can fix, than let someone stick around that needs to go, right? Let me move off to the side here and let this lady pass. Beautiful sun. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? What was that, Soundgarden? If I remember correctly. Anyone remember that song? Music is not the same anymore nowadays. By the way, so we've talked about self-awareness. We've talked about what's happening regarding the Lycantheory thing. If Jamie, if you watch this live or you're on the replay or you hear about this, however you get the info, you'll get it. I'm sure you will. Let me know what you want to do. I'll watch the first part of your stream tonight. I'm not sure if it'll be live. It'll probably be scrubbing back when I get to it. And let me know if you want to do it and where to do it at. You heard what I said at the beginning. If you're just tuning in, you missed it, go back and check out the replay when it goes to the replay. I want to mention a few other things right now. I was thinking about something. Because there were some changes that happened on my YouTube channel yesterday with a few moderators that are no longer moderators. Will, aka Not So Nerdy Gaming, I had nothing bad to say about him. I think he's a good guy. But all of a sudden he stopped talking in our private chat, and next thing you know, he's on Lycantheory's channel becoming a member, and then he's on Lycantheory's panel last night along with RJ and the rest of them talking smack about me, which it's all good, it's not a big deal. I just don't understand what happened. I don't know what I did. I'm a very intuitive guy. I have so much experience. I don't know what I did. I mean, Will, I really wish you would tell me what I did. I'm trying to support you and as many people as possible. I don't know if it's because maybe I wasn't on your streams as often. I'm trying, bro. It's a lot. I've been going through a lot myself lately. I don't know if it was because you thought I was feeding in the drama, but if you left because you thought I was feeding in the drama, and then you went to the drama sphere, that doesn't make any sense. I'm really confused with What happened? Or were you a mole all along, Will? I don't know. I don't think so. You made me a mod on your channel. You were a mod on mine. This whole thing doesn't make any sense to me. And then I was thinking, Will, if you're listening with lots of love, listen, bro, I'm not here to talk smack about you. I still care about you. No matter what you think about me or what you do, I still care about you, bro. It's not a big deal. I was thinking, Will's behavior and patterns that have been referred to as flip-flopping when RJ does it, which I don't think is flip-flopping because of his Asperger's, right? Will's behavior of doing that similar to RJ's. I'm beginning to wonder, Will, with no disrespect, if you have some form of autism. I'm not trying to criticize you. I'm not trying to kick you down. I have a lot of love for you. Maybe it's something that you're going through and you haven't been diagnosed, bro. But I cannot explain your behavior when I did not, no one did anything wrong to this guy at all. We didn't do anything at all. I've been nothing but supportive of him. He became a channel member at the beginning of last month. That's probably going to change in a few days when it expires because of what happened. But I still don't know what happened. I don't understand. And RJ, if you're listening, I didn't do anything, man. Like, look, it's one thing if I do something, cuff me and stuff me, lock me up and throw away the key, right? But I didn't do anything. Queen, Mutt, you've been in that same private chat, right? With Will and the rest of the moderators here on the channel. We didn't do anything, right? You tell me. What happened? Does Will feel like he's not being supported enough? We're doing our best, Will. Whoa. Oh, can I get that? It's coming up right above me. I don't know if I'm getting this. I'm trying. It just came up right above me. It was hard to get the angle. All right. Confused G. So you are definitely a troll, George. Because for you to know how to create that many soccer accounts and you're trying to play like you're this older guy, you're probably the doctor. Are you mad that we figured out you were trolling, dude? Maybe it took us a little bit longer than normal. Queen, that is 100% guaranteed. I bet the farm on it. Trollish. No doubt about it. As far as I'm concerned, it could be somebody from Lycantheory or maybe his internet girlfriend. Don't get mad at me, internet girlfriend. If you can convince your internet boyfriend to bring me on and talk with me tomorrow, you can come on and talk with me too. We could talk. You want to talk? This is your opportunity. It's your one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Because opportunity comes once in a lifetime, yo. All right? Should we do it? His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Right? Mom spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting, right? Should we do it again? Should we drop some Eminem? I'll tell you what, Eminem is a lyrical genius. He's a lyrical genius, and you know what I respect about that guy? Beyond the fact of him being a successful white rapper, I respect the fact that everything that guy did, from the lyrics to the beats, are all original. Nothing regurgitated. What's there not to respect about that guy? Got a lot of love for Eminem. That's why I love his story. I live his story. You can teach off of Eminem's story and his lyrics, right? You better lose yourself in the moment. You own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Right. Yo. Dun 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 dun. One of these days, YouTube's content ID system's gonna get me for humming stuff. I've been good so far, but you never know. I can't play copyrighted music, so I might as well just hum it, right? I might as well just say the lyrics, right? But even then, if they wanted to claim you for that, they could. But that's not going to get picked up by the content ID system. They would have to manually claim that. That'd be pretty stupid if they manually claim me paying tribute to Eminem, one of the greatest rappers of all time. Let me move up to the side, let this person pass on by. Lewis, you know who Eminem is, right? Marshall Mathers? You know that's why they call him Eminem, right? Or he calls himself Eminem, E-M-I-N-U-M, right? But it's basically another way of saying his initials of his first and last name, Marshall Mathers. I remember when that Eminem album was released. I forgot what it was called. It was the one that had the song Let's Get Down to Business on it, right? I bought the CD for my girlfriend at the time because she loved Eminem too, right? And I remember this was back in my 20s, right? Back in my 20s, right? I was this good guy, right? I was fairly confident, but not like I am today, right? Like, there was one time we're at my place and we're just kicking back and we're having a conversation, and I could tell she was in the mood for some loving, right? I just wanted to kind of chill and just kind of like, you know, talk and stuff. She kept on trying to like come closer and kiss me, and I was just like, you know, just cuddling with her. And she got so triggered. She was so turned on because I wasn't giving in, right? Sometimes you gotta do that. She got so turned on. She goes, fuck the bullshit, let's get down to business. I'll never forget that. I'll be honest. That woman taught me a lesson. At that point, I was like, now I understand why you gotta be a freaking man. She was the one that, you know, wanted it so bad. She wanted to take me. She was waiting for me to take initiative and throw her down. And then after we're done, then we can talk about the BS, right? So we used to make fun of that story I just shared with that Eminem song. Let's get down to business. I don't got no time to mess around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. Let's shut this you-know-what down. I don't want to swear too much. All these clowns. Can I get a witness? Hell yeah. I was doing that on my stream the other night. I love that song. Let's get down to business, right? I was also saying how many clowns there are on YouTube. Man, there are so many. I mean, they probably think I'm a clown. They're probably watching me right now and saying I am a clown, right? Am I a clown? Is that what you think? Maybe we're all clowns to a certain extent, right? I don't mind being a clown every now and then, entertaining people, making them feel good. That's what I do. We are at 90 minutes, an hour and a half. Roger says, I can't talk shit. Roger says, shove it down, Harlem style. They love it. They love that. It's true. No, bro, I mean, at 47, I get that. I was in my 20s at that point, bro. I was in my 20s. I think I was 28 or something. Yeah, I mean, they want you to be a good guy, a great company in the streets, but they want you to dominate the heck out of them in the bedroom. They do. I like a woman dominating like 20 to 30% of the time, too. Like, I like her to take charge like 20 to 30% of the time. It turns me on because it shows me that they're actually into me and they're willing to do that, right? But I do most of the dominating, since my late 20s, early 30s. Last 20 years of my life, I've learned a bit more about how women operate. I mean, I'm not an expert. No one's an expert. No coach is an expert on women. No man's an expert on women. But you can learn a lot through personal experiences and be as understanding as possible. The reason why I say that, I've said this before, which is what I'm trying to say, is that there are some things that women do that they themselves don't even understand why they did it. They're emotional beings, right? All day, every day, right? So if there are certain things that women do because they're emotional beings that they don't even understand, how the heck can any guy figure it out, right? If they can't even figure it out, right? Some things are better left alone, right? It is what it is. That's why when women have their moments, I don't argue women. I don't argue. I smile. I recognize what's happening. You having a moment, babe? You need a hug? You making fun of me, babe? Absolutely. And that's what you got to do. You got to be a little bit of a dick. And you don't do it to be a jerk or a dick, right? You do it because at that point she wants to feel your strength because she's having a moment of weakness, right? And she needs you to balance that out with your strength, right? And if you say something like that displays your masculinity, then she feels comfortable that you're still strong enough to protect her and balance that side out from her. I wonder if I should go to the other side. There are actually a lot of people on this trail for a Friday afternoon. I think I'm going to go to the other side. You folks want to extend this stream another 20 minutes? I'll go to the other side. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to extend the stream another 20 more minutes. I'll leave it up to the audience. Roger says you have to watch what women do, not what they say. That's right. They will say one thing, but they respond to other stuff. Do what they respond to, not what they say. Like, absolutely. You've been watching some Coach Corey Wayne, haven't you? You know who Coach Corey Wayne is, right? I've said it time and time again before you even started coming over here on this channel, bro, that you don't look at what a woman says. You look at what she responds to, right? So another way to put it is it's one thing for a woman to say she wants something and another thing that she responds to, right? What women say is not what they typically always, if at all, respond to. Very, very good point, bro. Oh, there's a goose here. Oh, look. Queen, I hope it doesn't move. Queen, I want to get you some good footage here. That's the male. I think it's a different goose than the other couple over there. Oh, Queen, this is good. I gotta be quiet. Queen, this is beautiful. Hey, buddy. Oh, wow. Look at that, Queen. Queen, I'm so close. It's scared of me. It's trying to walk away. Buddy, I'm just filming you. High definition. iPhone 12 Pro Max. Queen, you tell me, is that awesome, Queen, or what? Look at that, Queen. It's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. Queen, you think it's scared of me? I think it's a male, Queen. It's pretty big. I think it's a male. All right, we're gonna go on. We're gonna go on another 20 minutes. 4K scares them away. Well, this is not 4K. This is 720p. This phone can do 4K at 60 frames per second, but the YouTube app will only broadcast at 720p. I think if I use some third-party apps, I could broadcast in 1080p or 4K, but it's not even worth it. Not for these mobile streams. It's not a big deal. This is good enough. There's another one here. Whoa. There's another one here, Queen. I think this is another male. It's a big one. That might have been the same couple. Bye, buddy. This one is being protective. I can feel it. So I'm going to wait. This one's being protective. I'm going to give it space. I've got very good intuition. All right. There it goes. It got scared of me. It was trying to be all macho a second ago. And then I got closer and it started running away. That goose kind of behaves like Jamie Lycantheory. Acts all tough, and then you confront it, it starts to run the other way. Like a scaredy cat. Anytime you can take a stab at James, it's beautiful. He's taking plenty at me, so it's all good. You'll have your chance to take stabs at me tomorrow, James, if you want to do the show. It's on you. I threw it out there. The rest is up to you. No big deal. Either way. 22 in the box. We've been on for an hour and 38 minutes. Pretty bird, says Lewis Fuller. Roger says, you used to listen to Tupac Shakur, brother, a.k.a. Tupac Shakur. Now I know who you are, dude. Dude, you just gave yourself away. I'm not going to dox you, dude. We're going to keep you we're going to keep you safe. Yes, I used to listen to Tupac Shakur. You guys, man. You guys cannot get enough. You love this story, don't you? You guys love this story, right? Hey, regardless of the story, how it's gone, you got to tell me that my production value, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, on mobile and in the studio is superior to the rest in that drama sphere. Has some ducks in the water. Yeah, I mean, if I had to do some Tupac, I would at least get demonetized, because Tupac used to use the proper way of saying the N-word. You know, with the GG, the G, right? And the A, right? The GA, right? You know, the cool meaning of it, right? Like my N, right? With a GA, right? You know what I'm saying, right? That's like the respectful way of saying it, right? But I wouldn't even say that here on a monetized channel, because you never know. It's not worth it. But yeah, Tupac used to use a lot of those words, and I love his music. I love California Love. I live in California. California knows how to party, right? Yeah, California Love, one of my favorite all-time rap songs by Shacker. When I used to work at Costco, we used to say, does that item come in a 2-pack? You know, everything at Costco is a 2-pack, right? So, you know the figure of speech, right? You can never buy just one of something at Costco. Everything comes in a 2-pack. So we would say, does that come in a 2-pack? Ha ha ha. I was working at Costco right around the time where Tupac was big, and then he was murdered. That was the time where he was assassinated. Sad times. And then you hear, how many brothers fell victim to the streets? Rest in peace, young N. I can't say it. You know, I'm a monetized channel, right? Life goes on, right? Life goes on. I also used to like Hail Mary. But see, that's the thing. Like every single song or rap that Tupac did, like within the first 2 lines, he would say the N-word with the GA. Like the proper way of saying it, but it's still too risky for me, right? Yeah, we don't want you to get you mean demonetized, right? Then he had the song, how do you want it? How does it feel? Coming up like a N in a cash game. I can't even say it. Every single song that Tupac did with the first 2 lines, it was the word that ends with GA, the 2 G's and the A, right? You know, like I said, the proper way of saying that word without it being hateful or racist, right? And I love his music, I do. God rest his soul. Shacker, God rest your soul, brother. I'd have to say that my favorite all-time black rapper is Tupac Shakur, hands down. There will never be another Tupac. But the absolute best white rapper is Eminem. Vanilla Ice gave it a run back in the early 90s with Ice Ice Baby. Copycatting Queen's Under Pressure, right? And Queen sued, the group Queen sued Vanilla Ice. And Vanilla Ice was claiming that your beat is doom 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 and mine is doom 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 doom. Like it was a different pitch, right? Right. It didn't fly. He lost. He stole that. Vanilla Ice was not original. Vanilla Ice stole that rhythm from Queen. And then he added some beats. But the doom 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 doom. That was Queen Under Pressure. He stole that. Eminem, everything original, right? Eminem is what Vanilla Ice should have been. Oh, there's traffic on 101. I haven't seen traffic on 101 in a while. There might be an accident or something because it looks like it's moving up ahead. Wow. Things are starting to get back to normal. I really, really feel things are getting back to normal. And I'm beginning to think that this water is controlled out here through the pipes. Because it's like full today. That's something I didn't even know. I think this whole thing is controlled. Let me see. You know, truck driving kid Billy was here yesterday. What did he say, Queen? What did he say? I'm just curious. He was here yesterday and he was okay. Can you folks let me know what he said that got him banned? I'm just curious. Yes, says Lewis, everything you work for, say something you shouldn't say, and then it's down the drain. That would really suck. It would. He said you're not a real life coach. Then you did the right thing, Queen. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm not questioning you, but you know who that is. That's probably J-Rom. He's actually a truck driver. J-Rom, if that's you, brother, buddy. Yeah, if your buddy James on the Lycantheory channel wants to bring me on tomorrow night, I'll talk with you. You wanna go 1-1? Do you wanna go 1-on-1, J-Rom? J-Rom, I heard some pretty interesting things about you. Some fetishes you have. Man, a lot of these people that I meet out here on YouTube have some pretty sick fetishes, especially the people from that Lycantheory side. They have sick, demented fetishes. Like, to each its own, right? Do what you got to do, but wow. You got sadists, you have... I think RDA is doing a stream tonight to talk about you, J-Rom. I assume that was you, because anything to do with truck driving is you. You're a truck driver, J-Rom. J-Rom is trying to seek relevancy out here on YouTube. I mean, aren't we all to a certain extent, right? But some people just try way too hard. Way too hard. I'm not even trying. I'm just being me. I love doing this. I enjoy doing this. If I didn't enjoy doing what I do, how would I come back each and every day and do this, right? I love taking walks. I love helping people. If I can do both together and show you some beautiful scenery, right? It's beautiful. But if you're going to look at J-Rom's channel compared to mine, how consistent is he? And he says he's not a YouTuber, but I think, to be honest with you, I think J-Rom is really beginning to think about becoming a real YouTuber. I think, J-Rom, I think you want to become a real YouTuber. You're saying that you're not, but you're beginning to spend a lot more time out here, and you're sticking your nose into everything. You're kind of like becoming like the new version of Jamie. You're on all these panels, and you're running your mouth, which is, it's up to you, bro. If you want to run your mouth. I mean, I've done the same thing in the past too. But I study people's behavior patterns, and his behavior pattern is showing me that I think he wants to make something of himself out here on YouTube, on top of being a successful truck driver. And that's all good, bro. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We can talk about it tomorrow if your buddy James wants to bring me on. The geese are here. Here they are. I'm just going to pass by them quick this time. There they are, Queen. Queen, Mutt, Lewis. Whoever else is here. Hey, brother, where you going? Have a nice weekend, all right? Take care of the wife. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. I'm glad I did the other side today. It's an extra quarter mile in and out, extra half mile. So today I will have walked a little over 4 miles by the time I'm done with the stream. I'm gonna pull over here and let this lady pass. Look at the sun from this angle here with the auto exposure. This phone's so freaking amazing. I just can't believe how far technology has come. With my iPhone 6 Plus, if I was looking at the sun, the auto exposure, it was okay, but it would have been a little blurry. This just adjusts beautifully. And that's on the front camera. That's on the front camera. The front camera is nowhere nearly as good as the rear cameras on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. There are 3 cameras on the back. They have the wide angle lens, the telephoto, and then like the standard one. And then they have this LiDAR sensor that automatically adjusts the best settings on the fly. It's incredible. Lewis says, yes, pretty son. Well, here's the thing. Looking back at that person that said I'm not a life coach, I have stripped the coach from my title. And, you know, because not many people reached out to me and told me what they thought about it, it's going to stay that way. I'm gonna more so start to listen to my audience now. So this looks like it's a little bit more full today, but still the other side's a little bit dry. You can see over there. Oh, look at the ducks. Right there. And then the ones that are just floating in the water. You can see them moving their feet and paddling. You see them paddling? You can probably barely see it because I can't zoom in on the front camera. Now they just took a dip. 2 of them just went underwater. Those are probably egrets. Absolutely beautiful. I can't complain. I'm never going to complain about a damn thing again. I need to be happy with what I've got. And that's what I want to help you folks out with as well. You know, complaining is pointless. Whining and complaining is pointless. And if you live out here and you walk this trail, and as you walk out, you see these beautiful palm trees, these beautiful apartments that are way overpriced. It's like, wow, what's there to complain about, right? All right, folks, get your questions in. I'm going to be going off the air in about 2 or 3 minutes here. Maybe 5 max. Was that the real pink parasite? What did she say, Queen? Queen, what did she say? Because I think she's been trying to reach out to me, and I think she might actually be legitimate. I think she may actually want to talk with me. And she's an interesting woman. She's what they call, well, they used to call them, I guess there's a new name for it. She's a hermaphrodite. You know what a hermaphrodite is? It is a human that has both male and female body parts. And I'm not going to criticize her or make fun of her like these other people do. You know, when she goes on that Lycantheory side, they make fun of her, right? Now, don't get me wrong. When I was like in grammar school, I used to behave just like Jamie and his people behave now. But I'm 47 years old. What I'd actually like to do is have an actual real interview with this woman and have a real conversation. It wasn't the real her then, huh? Okay. Pink Parasite, if you're still watching this stuff, I'm not sure how invested you are. But if you want to do a real interview and share your story, I'm not going to troll you. I'm curious to know how your life has been. And I'm curious to know, like, how do you, you know, when you put, when it asks for gender, you know, what do you choose? Like I want to ask legitimate questions. I'm not trolling you. I'm not attacking you. Like, you've been dealt a unique hand in life. And I'm curious to know how you handle it, maturely and professionally, not in trollish ways like the Lycantheory echo chamber likes to do to you. I think you went on that panel. I was supposed to go on RDA's panel, and they were like, they were, they were clowning you, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Come on, guys, grow the heck up. Grow the heck up. You know, the one thing I just can't stand out here on YouTube is you have these live streaming channels that are run by a group of men in their 30s and 40s, and these guys act like 2-year-olds or like grammar school kids, right? And they're not professional at all. They're not professional. It's pretty. I tell you, it's just stupid, right? It's just drama, endless drama. It's just for cringy entertainment. It's stupid. Yes, says Lewis Fuller. All right, folks, we are at 1 hour and 56 minutes, almost 2 hours, folks. I'm going to wrap this up. So right now, I'm assuming it's around 7:15, 7:20 Eastern, 4:15, 4:20 Pacific. What time is it Eastern time? Is it like 7:15, 7:20? I can't see on my phone because it's blocked by the app. I want you folks to let me know so I can tell you what's coming up tonight. What's more than likely going to happen next here on this channel. Beautiful. I feel amazing. I'm back on my regular routine, doing the walking streams as part of my walks, doing the in-studio streams. It feels good to be back. 7:21 p.m. Gosh, I was pretty close. All right, folks. I'm more than likely going to go live late night tonight. I can't guarantee it. Like I said, I have a few things that I'm going to be doing this evening for maybe 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 hours max. I'm going to be going out. But if I come back and I'm not that tired, and I got some good sleep last night, so I think I'll be all right. More than likely, I'll be doing a live stream late night with I was going to say with Coach Eli, but I was just going to say late night with Eli. Same thing. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Late night with Eli, probably around 2 or 3 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. or 12 midnight Pacific. And let me tell you, on the weekends, people are up all night. Trust me, I've had people on the East Coast watch me live on the weekends at 3 in the morning, including Mutt. And I'm like, Mutt, what the hell are you doing up at 3 in the morning? I have insomnia. Oh, we have a similar problem then. I understand that. All right, folks, have yourselves a great one. And I'll see you all. We just hit 1 hour and 59 minutes, just under 2 hours. See you soon. See you more than likely later tonight, if not tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.